live here in Pikeville, Kentucky at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. We got first night of the boys 15th region tournament tipping off. Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call with Blaine Keathley, Kevin May, and Tommy Coppage on the production. Guys, first game coming up, Phelps versus Johnson Central. Coach Keathley, talking about one you want to keep an eye on. Johnson Central comes in as the heavy favorite, but if there's anybody can pull that upset, it's the Heartbreak Kids, which are the Phelps Hornets, who have went on a miraculous run at the end of the season.
Johnson Central on a 10-game win streak, playing as well as anybody, not only here but in the state. They've knocked off teams such as Ashland. They beat a really, really hot Martin team that had won 14 of 17 in the district championship game. They've got two players averaging identical numbers at 20.4 points per game, in Braden Shepard and Austin Sloan. When you talk about heavy favorite, you better believe it. Right now, if you put your money on if Johnson Central is going to make it on this side of the bracket, I think most would. But Phelps, Darryl McCoy, got knocked out by Pike Central in the first opening round of the district. Pike Central knocked them off by double figures, had to play that play-in game. They got a bye, but they played a Shelby Valley team at Shelby Valley.
And dominated start to finish, obviously with Brady Johnson's hand, broke, but, still impressive showing.
Got a good win against Shelby Valley to get here. And Darryl McCoy, as you know, once you get here, man, oh man,
anything can happen on this floor.
Absolutely.
And the 15th region, we'll throw the brackets up here. Kevin Jones, you got the brackets for us?
Absolutely.
As we throw the brackets up here, you can see, we've seen it before. Once you get here, anything, chaos can happen. And tonight, the Phelps Hornets obviously have, Tyler Weddickton, one of the biggest mismatch problems. I've talked to some coaches around Johnson Central. They were scared of this matchup. That before the draw even happened, they said, I don't want to draw Phelps. They said that's the one team that, I don't know if we got kids that can match up with them. And then you take and look on the bottom half tonight, you got two of the best coaches, the battle of the Silver Foxes, Matt Perry and Al Holland. As you got, 15 region titles between them?
Oh, man.
Yeah, and 14 of them, Al Holland.
Oh, man. Hey, that's a big-time matchup, and I have a feeling they've squared off before over the years, Darryl McCoy.
Yeah, they absolutely have. And, that one there, should have two great matchups tonight. Coming into this Phelps game, it's going to be a tough one. Tommy McKenzie's been around the block, one of the better coaches in the region. But, you take a look, Matt Lane, coach, one of the, top coaches this season. A lot of people had him as their Coach of the Year candidate, what he's done. The only thing that scares me is the quality of competition these two teams have faced. When you look at Phelps, they've only got 3 or 4 wins with teams over that's had winning records. So, that's the thing that scares you about this Phelps team. But I can tell you, that so much don't bother me because I've watched the eye test. I've watched them play these last few games, and they're playing as good as ball as anybody right now. But Ethan Fields is the one that's got to step up and help Tyler Weddickton tonight.
You nailed something, Darryl McCoy, with Phelps. They play as hard as any team that you'll find here in the mountains. It's every possession. They don't take a possession off. Defensively, they work. And Fields, Darryl McCoy, when you talk about breakout players of the year, certainly has to be mentioned because he has been a big-time difference maker in those games where they have been able to upset, whether it was a Shelby Valley. It was really Fields and it was Mr. Reese that got them going early against Shelby Valley. So you're right. One thing Johnson Central's done is they have played a brutal schedule. Their only loss in the region has came to Martin County, and they have absolutely went on a run these last 10 games and been as good as I've seen in a long, long time. And they were really good in the district championship game offensively.
Listen, I expect this place to be a full house tonight. You got two of the better fan bases, Johnson Central and Phelps, in the house. So, this is going to be one, Coach, that you definitely don't want to tune away from, because if you're looking for a big upset, it could happen here, but, all things have got to align for the Phelps Hornets. Reese Norman, he's the X factor. If he comes out, he buries shots. The last 3 games, he's hit shots. The Pike Central, he just started a little too late, but he's on point right now. He's knocking down the 3 ball at a heavy rate. And then you talk Ethan Fields, breakout player of the year. The game against Shelby Valley, they somehow was fortunate to win that game, but they've not. The last 2 games, Ethan Fields hasn't been delivering offensively like he has all season. So, he's due one. He's due one, but his energy, as we've always said, and we've watched him for a long time, very few bring the kinetic energy like he does, Darryl. I mean, it is nonstop. Absolutely. Let's thank our sponsors real quick. I want to thank Amanda Blackburn-Muncie, Magistrate, District 1, Brian Morris for Judge Executive, Force Security Center, Force Service Center, right now located right outside Prestonsburg. They'll work on ATVs. They'll work on your automobiles. It doesn't matter. If you need it fixed, Force Service Center will take care of it. Black Diamond Excavation Crew, the mine. Right here, Coach. A lot of people, they don't understand the mine ain't just a place to go for your nightlife. Right. Go there. They got great food. That's where we do our pregame during the region tournament. Every day we're at the mine before the game. And, all the college kids go there. It gives us a little shock to our youth, and so go hang out at the mine. It's a mining experience right here in Pikeville. Also want to thank Gary C. Johnson Law. By the way, you're watching the Gary C. Johnson Law pregame show, Lucas & Sons Funeral Home, Man Toyota. Man, what a deal. Mitchell Ferris for State Senate, 23 Camper Sales, Tommy's Auto Sales, Warfield Market, Butcher's Towing, Nick Markham for Jailer in Martin County, Jason Fields for Jailer in Pike County, Crum Funeral Home, Hurley's Jump Zone, Pro Cleaners, George Swain at State Farm, Sal's Steakhouse, Clayton Homes of Harold, Matt Hager Law, TRW Vendors Market, Food Fair, Pikeville Medical Center, your healthcare experts here in Eastern Kentucky. Got a new after-hours and specialty clinic located at the Southside Mall in South Williamson. S&K Asphalt. Call today. Coach Hampton will come out and he'll do a free quote for all your paving needs. Call S&K Asphalt, located right here in Pike County. Hilton Homes of Ivell, Punk's Tires, Mountaineer Buildings, Rodney Scott for Sheriff, Brian Morris for Judge Executive, Amanda Blackburn-Muncie for Magistrate District 1, and United Motorsports. So as we're going to sit here, we will step aside for about 3 minutes. We'll come right back as we continue the Gary C. Johnson Law pregame show live at the 15th Region Tournament.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
Folks, if you're in the market for a storage building, garage, barn, or custom structure, there's only one name you need to know. Mountaineer Buildings, conveniently located right outside Chapmanville, West Virginia, with multiple locations across Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. They are the largest building company in the coal fields for a reason. They've got a huge inventory on lot, unbeatable deals, and waiting for you. Come see us at Mountaineer Buildings.
Pike County Sheriff Rodney Scott is proud of the record of his department. Every year-end audit has come back clean. And with financial stability, Sheriff Scott has added more certified deputies than ever before in Pike County, with new equipment, including guns, bulletproof vests, vehicles, and drug enforcement canines. With nearly 200 arrests on drug charges, crime will not be tolerated on Sheriff Rodney Scott's watch.
With your vote and support, we will continue to make Pike County the best place to live.
If you're needing seal coating, blacktop, line striping, recapping, or brand new pavement, S&K Asphalt has you covered. They take pride in their work, they're fully insured, and they make sure every job is done right the first time. Whether it's residential driveways or a commercial parking lot, don't trust just anybody. Trust the professionals at S&K Asphalt Service. Give Anthony Hampton a call today at 606-471-4297 for a free quote. That's 606-471-4297. S&K Asphalt Services, paving the way across eastern Kentucky.
It's going down. Meet me in the
Guys, it's going down at 23 Camper Sales. Don't delay your dreams any longer. Come to 23 Camper Sales, where your dream camper is waiting.
The Pike County Sheriff's Office has seen more improvements over the last several years thanks to Sheriff Rodney Scott and his department. Pike County now has more certified deputies on patrol than ever before. And in the last 3 years, nearly 200 individuals have been arrested for drug crimes. Tough enforcement. That's why violence, drugs, and overdoses are all down and continue to fall.
Dedicated, strong leadership and financial stability. That's my pledge to Pike County. I'm asking for your vote on May 19th.
And we are back here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena in Pikeville, Kentucky. We got the 15th region tournament as the teams enter the court, Coach. The Phelps faithful rising to their feet. Johnson Central coming from the left side over here as they're both going to come out and warm up here in just a second. And, Coach, 15th region tournament is the mecca of high school basketball here in eastern Kentucky.
And certainly this year, Darryl McCoy, more than ever, maybe the most competitive. Get ready to spin that around. I think we got Blaine Keathley on the mic here, Darryl McCoy.
Blaine Keathley's down here with a couple cheerleaders.
This is Blaine Keathley with D&D Sports Network, and I'm here with Johnson Central cheerleaders, Kylie and Grace. Tell me, guys, how excited are you all to be cheering at the Expo tonight?
So excited. We're so excited.
I want to ask all the Johnson Central cheer girls, who's your favorite sports network locally? There we go. Back to you guys.
All right, there you go.
There you go. They know, right?
Short interview, yeah.
Short interview, short and sweet.
There you go. But as you say here, Leanne Keathley says we need a talk show prior to this. Where's the grind session being, Coach?
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So we may have to get here tomorrow and go on an hour early for the people.
I like it.
Charles White says, like the Big Dipper. Anyone remember him? Absolutely, we remember him, Coach, the GOAT of sports commentating in eastern Kentucky.
Well, we've got the Big Dipper 2.0.
Yeah, we got the Little Dipper here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Charles White says, go number 5, Shep, my favorite player. And you're talking about Braden Shepard, a flamethrower, Coach.
Averaging almost 21 points a game this year.
Yeah, that is, it's going to be very interesting tonight. Like I said, this is one that you worry. Matt Lane, he's a new coach, and what he's done with this group has been spectacular. But the thing that you worry, he's facing Tommy McKenzie.
Yeah, and McKenzie, he's been there and done that, as you mentioned. Nobody's won more region titles than Coach Tommy McKenzie, currently coaching here in the 15th region. So, listen, is it an uphill battle? You better believe it. Is it impossible? Absolutely not. Go ahead.
No, this is definitely one. I mean, if Phelps can slow the pace, and Johnson Central, they're really good at getting out and running, but they're a team that don't necessarily, unless they're playing another team, they have the capability of putting 90 up. But Phelps is going to try to slow this, keep this game in the 50s, 60s. That's the only chance they got tonight, is to slow the pace of the game.
You want to slow it down? Johnson Central 6th in the state in scoring right now, Darryl. They put a lot of points on the board, but like you said, they do it in a different fashion. It's not like Martin County, and we're getting ready to get Blaine and Coach Lane here coming to mid-court.
This is Blaine Keathley with D&D Sports Network. I'm here with Coach Matt Lane. Coach, you guys have been on an extraordinary run this year, getting hot at the right time. Tell me, what are you telling your guys going into this first round to motivate them here?
Just play hard, play like they've been playing, play together, one heartbeat, and keep moving on. Play our game, not theirs.
So, Coach, just tell me, a whole community's got behind your back. I know it can be tough coming in as a first-year coach. Tell me, what would a win tonight mean for the Phelps community?
Huge, huge. It's been a long time since I think we've made it past this round. So, yeah, I really don't know. I do know, but I feel like the earth will shake if something like that happened tonight. But, hey, we'll give it everything we got.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck. Back to you guys.
There you go, Coach. You know, you can tell Matt Lane understands what's at stake here.
He understands the assignment. Blaine Keathley going to try to track down
Tommy.
Is he the Coach K of 15th Region Hoops?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tommy McKenzie, that's a good analysis. Yeah. You know, he's been around. He's got as many region titles as anybody, or more than anybody
All right, this
else.
is Blaine Keathley with D&D Sports Network, and I'm here with the legendary Coach Tommy McKenzie. Coach, throughout this week, we've been talking in the broadcast about how these guys you got right here came in this building as freshmen just a few years ago, and you guys knocked off a Pike Central team that a lot of people didn't expect you to win that game. Tell me, seeing this team mature over the last few years and then be built up, and I know a lot of people said they've been around the program since they were little kids. So tell me how special that is that you've seen this group mature.
It's special. Anytime you can bring a group here, no matter who they are, it's special to get a chance to play for a regional championship. So, you know, these guys, we got 3 coaches' kids on our team, obviously, that have been in every locker room in this place. They've been on the floor. They've shot more shots than both teams probably combined here. They've been with us through the ups and downs and the highs and the lows. So it's just exciting to see them finally get a chance to make their mark, write their own story here.
So, Coach, you know, you're going up against one of the best bigs in the region in Tyler Wedding tonight. What are you telling what are you telling Kyle Rose? What are you telling Ethan Cole going into this game, how they got to demand the paint tonight and make sure that they control the boards?
Well, we're telling them they have to respect their opponent. You know, this team right here, they play really hard. They play hard for their school. They represent their school very well. They play hard for their community. Coach has done an awesome job with them, and they believe that they can win every game that they show up and play. So, you know, we know that coming in here tonight, and Weddington's just icing on the cake for them. You know, they play really hard, and they don't try to get out of character. They just kind of do what they do, and we know we're not going to be able to stop him because every team on the schedule has tried to do that. Nobody's been able to do that yet. We're just hoping to kind of slow him down and make it tough on him. So if we can do that tonight, I like our chances. If we don't, we're going to have a long night.
I'll let you get back to your boys, Coach. Good luck. Thank you, guys. Back to you.
All right, Coach, Tommy McKenzie, listen, you could tell right there the difference in the two coaches. You know, Matt Lane understands the urgency, the excitement. Tommy McKenzie not rattled at all by this environment.
That's a great call, Darryl McCoy. Coach Lane, he understands where they're at. He understands the moment. Coach McKenzie, on the other side, also understands the assignment. He understands it's one game at a time. He understands his team is the heavy favorite. And you got to, and he said something, Kevin Jones, that I think is very important. You got to respect every opponent. If you don't, you can get out of here with the loss. Respect is very important.
Yeah, I like the way he said that, man. You respect everybody. And when you get here, I mean, anybody can win this tournament. That's why you're here, right?
That's right. That's the reason. Listen, you didn't make it here by throwing some flipping a coin up there, McCoy.
Absolutely not. Coach, we're going to step aside for just a second. When we come back, we're going to get to some of y'all's comments in the Jim Mar Service comment section, and we will go over the tail of the tape brought to you courtesy of Pikeville Medical Center. Be right back. Back here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena in Pikeville, Kentucky, we got the 15th region tournament. Kevin Jones, Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy on the call with Kevin May, Tommy Coppage, and Blaine Keathley on the production. Coach Keathley, you could start to feel this warm-up. Definitely the biggest crowd we've seen so far. You can feel the impact. We got the band down here rocking, and it's everything that you expect out of a 15th region tournament atmosphere.
Absolutely, Darryl McCoy. We got the breakdown like only we can break it down.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Pikeville Medical Center. Tell us the tape, Kevin Jones. Tell us how these two teams break down.
Phelps is coming in with a 16-13 record. They got here by way of the Super Region. Head coach Matt Lane. Phelps coming in shooting 48% from the field, averaging 71 points a game and allowing 67. They're shooting 35% or 33% from the three-point line. Their leading scorer is Tyler Whittington, averaging 29 points a game. As a team, they're averaging 32 rebounds a game. And the leading rebounder is also Tyler Whittington, averaging 16 rebounds a game. And Phelps is shooting 70% from the free throw line. Johnson Central Golden Eagles with a record of 25-5. 57th district champions, head coach Tommy McKenzie. They are shooting 50% from the field, averaging 79 points a game and allowing 68. Leading scorer is Braden Shepard, averaging 20 points a game. They're shooting 40% from the three-point line, averaging 34 rebounds a game per team. And leading rebounder is Kyle Rose, averaging 9 rebounds a game. Johnson Central is shooting 70% from the free throw line. Last meeting was March 11th, 2021. Johnson Central won 79-40. The last tourney meeting was Johnson Central won 65-54 in the 2012 qualifier.
Kyle Rose also averaging nearly 3 blocks a game, so that's the thing to keep an eye on. You know, can Tyler Whittington have that same success attacking the rim with Kyle Rose out there?
Yeah, player breakdown, Darryl, but you made a good point on that one.
Yeah, they, as we sit here, look at these two teams, obviously, they both have a lot of star power, and we'll start with Johnson Central. Let us know who to watch here, Kevin Jones.
We got Austin Sloan, 2027 class shooting guard. He is coming in averaging 20.4 points per game, 7 rebounds a game. He's shooting 35% from the three-point line and 82% from the free throw line, Darryl. And then we got another JC player. We talked about him a minute ago, Braden Shepard, class of 2027. He's averaging 20.7 points a game, 5.9 rebounds, shooting 45% from the three-point line and 81%, Darryl, from the free throw line. And then,
yeah, I mean, when you look, Braden Shepard actually the leading scorer, which will shock a lot of people, on this team. Both of them, 2 of the stronger kids in that 27 class.
Well, Braden Shepard, Darryl McCoy continues to evolve his game. Now he's just not a sniper. He puts it on the deck and gets to the rim.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That 2027 class, people will see next year how many great seniors are on here.
I agree.
Now, we'll come right back with the Phelps player to watch in just a moment, as we'll step aside here as they got the national anthem getting ready to take place. Great job by the Johnson Central Band doing the national anthem. And as you see, I mean, this is the first time we've really seen the upper deck used in this region tournament. So that kind of gives you a taste of how many people are in this building right now, Coach.
As they continue to roll in, we'll probably have 1,000 more for this game alone, and then it'll fill up by fourth quarter time. Darryl, I want to mention something about Johnson Central. Ethan Cole shooting close to 63% from three since he's joined Johnson Central. 63% from three.
Well, let's take a look at, for the Phelps Hornets, who we need to keep an eye on in this matchup.
Tyler Weddington, class of 2027, averaging 29 points a game and 16 rebounds. Shooting 59% from the field and 78 from the free throw line, guys.
Listen, this kid right here is a load, Coach. And, Tyler Weddington, a lot of people don't understand. This young man, this ain't the Tyler Weddington you've seen in years past. He's added a little bit of handles, and he's added a three-point shot, shooting right around that 40% mark on the season. And, one of the best at shooting with a man with a hand in his face. He doesn't. His shot, it's a high release, so, that hand in his face doesn't really bother him.
Well, he's developed now where you got to bring the big out and guard him, Darryl. You can't just say, okay, we're going to play off of him and pack the zone in.
Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do. And, and listen, Ethan Fields, guys, keep an eye on this young man, Ethan Fields. This kid, he gets it started on the defensive end, and, the extra opportunities that Phelps gets is normally stuff that he's causing. It comes from the hands of Ethan Fields.
Big-time fan of Ethan Fields in terms of how he competes and plays. Very few guards get after it like he does on both sides.
Well, I'm extremely excited for this matchup. As I said, don't get it twisted, guys. It will be a monumental task for the Phelps Hornets to knock off Johnson Central. But if there's anybody that can make it happen, this Phelps team, they're the one team you could see giving them problems. Johnson Central better not come over taking them lightly tonight.
I think that's the bigger thing. This Johnson, as a young team, sometimes you can look at records or you can look at opponents and say, wait a minute, maybe you're looking ahead to a region championship. You can't do that as a young team. You cannot do that in this environment, Darryl. Like you said, Phelps certainly has the pieces to cause JC some issues.
Remember, D&D Sports Network is an interactive broadcast, guys. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for in the comment section below. We got Kevin Jones. He said from the get-go, no way these people get this over 500 today. I promise you, 500 will be easy for this fan base tonight.
That's easy money, right?
Yeah, tall task here. How you doing? We got some JC faithful in here.
Oh, listen.
The coaches, we're sitting here. Justin Clevenger says, let's go Hornets. Taylor Clay says, go Eagles. Aiden Spears says, Phelps has to knock down shots consistently to win tonight. Aiden Spears says, Tyler's got to have a dominant game and great defense. Billy Davis says, love the sideline interviews. Blaine Keathley has added a nice touch to the broadcast. Kobe Holland says, Big Louie and Coach Tommy all the way, and that's Big Louie in the house. Best of luck, Matt Lane. Yeah, I'm gonna Big Louie. I'm gonna have to buy him dinner, Coach, so I can get in that JV tournament at the beginning of the year for free.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to take him out to dinner. And we also Kobe Holland says, shout out to Big Louie. So, Coach, as you sit here, this game. I do want to give a big shout out to Sue Cat Lester. For you folks that don't know, Sue Cat was a rabid Phelps Hornets fan. And then she got her family members are from the Paintsville, Johnson Central area. And now they're all over at Johnson Central now. But Cooper Blair was her nephew. And so this would have been a game. Sue Cat, no matter what, she would have been in heaven tonight with these two matching up. But Sue Cat Lester, November 1st, 1959, she was born, and we laid her to rest January 28th, 2026. Sue Cat was a proud advocate for the Phelps Hornets and Hornetville, a lover of all mountain athletes. She was a honorary Johnson Central Golden Eagle and a D&D Sports Network's most dedicated fan.
And she's with us every single broadcast we do, Darryl McCoy.
Well, we already know it's a party when Sue Cat's in the house, and we know what she would have said. She would have said, please hit that like and share button, folks.
That's right.
Yeah, as we'll go tonight's officials, Kevin Jones, who do we got?
We got Paul Dickinson Shane Stewart and Darren Mills, and they're all out of the 13th or 14th? 13th region.
13th region officials, and Coach, we've seen it. We've seen it all tournament. These 13th region officials, it takes some adjusting for 15th region athletes.
It does.
It's completely different officiating than they're used to.
It is, and I get the sense from early games that there's a lot sometimes called up top, not so much down low. At least that's how it's been.
Well, as you sit here, I remember the last time Phelps was here, and me and Irvin Stepp sat courtside and watched Trey Francis and the Phelps Hornets.
Wow.
Those are ones, and Irvin's supposed to come up to the tournament, and he's going to come up, sit with us in the broadcast booth, and he's a part of our D&D team. But I remember the last time the Hornets made it here, and this is the first time in a while, and they're looking to leave their mark here, Coach, and advance to the next round with a huge upset over what may be the best team in the 15th region.
Big moment.
Absolutely. Phelps starting lineup brought to you courtesy of our good friends at L&M Mart. L&M Mart located in Kemper, Kentucky. Best chicken planks in Pike County. Go see them today. Tell them D&D sent you. We're going to hand it over.
Let's meet our starting lineups.
To the PA guy for the start lineups.
Starting with junior number 5, Andrew Kane.
That's junior number 5, Andrew Kane.
Junior number 11, Ethan Fields.
Number 11, Ethan Fields.
Number 22, Ethan Wolford.
Wearing number 22, Ethan Wolford. Number 24, Reese Norman.
Junior number 3,
and number 30, Big Country, Tyler Weddington. They are head coached by Matt Lane in his first year at the helm. Representing the home team on the scoreboard, the Johnson Central Golden Eagles, brought to you courtesy of Jessica Click for Commissioner, District 1. Wearing number 1, shooting guard Austin Sloan. Wearing number 5, sharpshooter Braden Shepard. Wearing number 10, point guard Mason McKenzie. Wearing number 15, Cooper Blair. And rounding out the start lineup, the big man down low, Kyle Weddington. They're head coached by Tommy McKenzie, one of the best in the business.
Darryl McCoy, he had Weddington on his mind. Kyle Rose, ready to go, isn't he?
Who did what?
He said Kyle Weddington.
Oh, there you go.
Easy to do, right, Darryl McCoy?
Yeah, there you go. It happens.
It happens,
Facts
brother.
are optional here on D&D.
That's easy to do.
Yeah, Kyle Rose, the big man down low, and you can see he's coming to play. He's got the headband on and everything. And if there's one kid that can match the intensity and aggressiveness of Tyler Weddington, it's Kyle Rose.
That's a great point, Darryl. He brings the intensity and emotion, physicality.
Yep, this first quarter is brought to you courtesy of Larry Frisbee for County Commissioner, District 1.
Going to be J.C. Ball.
John Napier says, thanks for everything you do, D&D Sports, for a great job covering mountain athletes. Keep it up. Go Eagles.
You see where Phelps is going right out of the gate, 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they coming out. Phelps, they've played that a lot in the postseason. As McKenzie running the plate, gets it over to Cooper Blair. Blair gets it to Sloan, and Sloan with the elbow jumper.
Elite from that area, Darryl.
Yeah, you got to watch Sloan. That's where his bread's buttered, right there around that free throw line. There's Wooford. Wooford off the mark. Canes grabs the rebound. Canes, he had it wide open. You know, Coach, that's the one thing. He had Ethan Fields wide open there. That's the one thing that, I think hurts Phelps sometimes is I think that they kind of get a tunnel vision to Tyler Weddington.
Yes, I agree with that.
Instead of, just hitting the opening guy, I think a lot of times they get kind of focused on Weddington. There's Weddington.
Yeah, he traveled with it.
Yep.
I believe that first personal was on Rose, Kevin Jones.
Yes, it was.
The Lois Pelfrey says this game's for Sioux Cat. Absolutely. Charles White watching from Knoxville. Here we go. McKenzie looks at his father. If you guys don't know, Mason McKenzie is the son of head coach Tommy McKenzie over on the Johnson Central side.
Class of 2028.
McKenzie, listen, you guys that don't know, you will know, Coach, he could very well be the best point guard in the 15th region going into next season.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, Phelps steals it, and Canes will get it up to Fields. Here comes Ethan Fields. Ethan Fields, pull up, and banks it in. A Citizens Bank shot. They'll kick it ahead. Shepard over to McKenzie, and right there, Wolford, Coach, there was a lot of contact.
We said that, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot loud down low.
Well, Wolford, he had one of Rose's arms in an arm lock there. And officials, hey, they allowed them to play through it. I like that. Let them play. They'll kick it over to Shepard. Shepard, listen, don't give him any clean looks from outside because he don't miss.
40+%.
It's incredible. Last season, he was the leading three-point shooter in the 15th region, and he had 38 more threes than number 2.
Wow, that's just insane.
He had 90. The next one was 60.
Yes. Now you're going to see a 2-2-1. JC traditionally runs this after mates.
Canes gets up court to Weddington. Reese Norman, that's who you got to get going. Here comes Austin Sloan. Austin Sloan bringing it down the pipe, and that'll go Hornets. Or no, they're going to say Phelps touched it.
Darryl, how good is Sloan in transition getting downhill?
That's what people don't understand. I mean this in a good way. Sloan's a bully.
Yeah.
You know, he wants the ball at the top of the key, straight line drive, and he's going to finish every day, all day.
Aiden Barnett-like.
Yep, absolutely. Cooper Blair, nice job stepping in. Another 20-28 kid. Now, Coach, are you? They done that last game. They switched it. There, Reese Norman misses the runner. Weddington ties it up. Are you surprised that they waited to the postseason to switch starting lineups and move John Sikorian out and Ethan Wolford in?
I am a little surprised at that because you know how much Sikorian brings to the table with his effort and energy. And sometimes, again, making that move late.
Yeah, Wolford, don't get me wrong, Wolford's a tough kid. There's Mason McKenzie. Great job there, deflection and the bucket. And Johnson Central firing on all cylinders here in the early goings. 9-2 lead over the Phelps Hornets. We'll be right back.
Smokey Armstrong with United Motorsports in Danville. Stop in today and check out the great deals on Can-Am, side-by-sides, and ATVs. And let the good times roll on a new Kawasaki plus promo financing available now. And savings up to $7,500 on selected units. Right now, get limited time offers on new Yamaha motorcycles. We've got new, pre-owned. We have parts, service, and financing to get you approved. United Motorsports in Danville, West Virginia.
And you see Tommy McKenzie over there. Likes where his team's at right now with a 9-2 lead on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard. Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call.
They're forcing Phelps to speed up, Darryl. And if you're Phelps, you don't want to run with Johnson Central.
No, absolutely you don't. You'll get run out of this gym quickly. I promise you that. They kick it over. Norman, you know, if you're Phelps, you want to slow this down, value possessions. Nice spin move. Ethan Fields getting jiggy with it. And they'll kick it up ahead. Shepard. And Shepard, that's become a very strong point suit in his game as well.
We talked about it pregame. As good as anybody at putting the ball on the deck now.
Yeah. Diane Maddox says, watching from Evansville, Indiana. Thank you, D&D, for the broadcasting. Kevin Jones, there was a 350 on here a while ago, 300 now. I think they're going to break your 500 mark.
I hope so.
And
Ethan Cole checking in for Blair.
Ethan Cole, Coach, and I think Johnson Central's come out with the headband theme tonight.
They have.
Yeah.
Well, they wore it's all district.
Yeah, all of them's got the headbands on here. I like it. Now, he sinks them both. 11-4 is the score, 7-point lead for JC right now on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard. Weddington gets it back over to Fields. Fields spins, gets it to Canes. Canes, coach, he's been shooting the ball very well really the last month of the season. He's a kid, he's been one of the most improved throughout the season.
He has, and that's why you see Phelps evolving as a team.
Yep. There's Wolford off the mark.
Big rebound.
Yeah, Sloan, he'll get it out to Ethan Cole. Ethan Cole goes in, gets the layup. Coach, Ethan Cole may be the most efficient player in the 15th region. He don't miss shots.
He's not missed since he put a JC uniform on.
No, it's incredible. There's Weddington, tough shot, goes in, gets the roll. Come back out, Ethan Cole. The drive, kick,
nice.
Extra pass. Shepard off the mark, Weddington with the board. Here comes Weddington bringing the ball up the floor for the Hornets. He'll hand it over to Fields. Fields pull up from the elbow. Off the mark.
Like his aggressiveness so early.
Yeah, I think he expected defense to come there, and it never did.
So who they get on that? Reese Norman?
Yeah. Well, Austin Sloan, he's one of the great examples. A lot like Braxton Keathley from Martin County. If you want to average 20-plus a game, get to the free throw line 10 to 12 times a game, and he is one of the best at getting to the charity stripe.
As good as anybody.
Absolutely. See, Pauline Stanbaugh says, my friend Jennifer is watching. John Napier says he's watching from Seattle, Washington. Sloan.
Media timeout.
Yeah. So they're going to take a media timeout. We'll step aside too. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
Hey, 15th Region fans, ready to take your next event to the next level? Make it unforgettable with Hurley's Jump Zone, your local source for inflatables, water slides, mechanical bulls, laser tag, foam parties, shaved ice, and professional event lighting. Planning a birthday, school event, church gathering, or team celebration? They've got everything you need to bring the fun. And don't forget, show your team spirit at home with custom lighting services that make your house shine on game night. Hurley's Jump Zone, where the party starts. Call today and let the fun begin.
At Black Diamond Excavation Crew, we've got over 100 years of combined operating experience, from demolition and land prep to ditching and cleanup, proudly serving Mingo, Logan, Pike, Martin, and surrounding counties. Give us a call today for a free estimate or message us on Facebook at Black Diamond Excavation Crew, LLC.
And we're back here at the Appalachia Wireless Arena 15th Region Tournament. Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call right now. 15-6 lead for Johnson Central over Phelps.
Right now, Ethan Fields for Phelps, Darryl, playing. Listen, we talk about it all the time. You've got to bring, you've got to attack the rim against teams that want to guard you and overplay you.
Yep.
Well, attack, and that's what Fields is doing early for Phelps, and he's got 4 of their 6 points.
Coach, sombering news we hate to bring. Breaking news, the legendary Lou Holtz has passed away.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, love listening to him broadcast.
Yes.
He wasn't the greatest, but he was still one you love to hear.
Yes.
Now you see come back, they'll kick it up to Weddington. Weddington throws a tough one, nearly made it. And Weddington's going to go to the charity stripe.
They got the ball in the middle of the floor, and that's where you want to get it on the press. And good job by Weddington to attack down the middle.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Talking about a kid, that's nerves, Coach. And that's the thing, Phelps, if they can weather the storm, that's what they got to do. They got to be in this game come second quarter. If they are, then watch out. But when you're never on this stage, Coach, we've seen it with Belfry last night. It gets to you.
It does.
There's Weddington with the steal and makes up for that free throw.
He does.
Yeah. Comes back the other way. Fields leaves it out. Canes for 3, and they fouled him. Austin Sloan coach and Tommy McKenzie not happy at all with that one.
I'm telling you, up top, we've seen this all tournament time. Up top, the officials really keep an eye on the action.
They do. A lot more than the regular season.
Yes. It's 2-2 so far, Darryl, and you just want to hang around, like you said, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. If you can go in the second quarter and right here, he got a chance to cut it to 5, and he does. If you can go in the second quarter, coach, down, 5, 7, then you like where you're at if you're Phelps.
Absolutely. The longer you can slow Johnson Central down, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, how you doing? The coach, everybody's coming up in the booth.
Everybody.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you guys ain't doing a broadcast. Yeah. The Shepherd.
Gonna get canes.
And we encourage our fans to come up, talk to us, guys. We love seeing you, love hearing from you.
Gonna be the 14th foul. One more, Johnson Central will be shooting.
That's what Phelps has got to keep an eye on. Anybody in foul trouble, coach?
No.
Swinging back around to Sloan. Sloan back to McKenzie. He's off the mark. Weddington with the rebound. You ain't going to steal a rebound from him, coach.
Tracked it down.
Yeah, Weddington goes in coast to coast and just couldn't finish there. There's Sloan. Gets it back.
Travel with it.
Yep.
Coach Lane liking what he sees.
And look at this faithful over there, coach. You're talking about pumped up. Looks like their spirit section theme is vacation. And listen, I can promise you this is anything but a vacation here today.
You better believe it.
Fields.
Gonna try to go one-on-one.
Weddington. Tough shot. Good defense. They'll kick it ahead.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, good block.
Yeah, just left it empty. Good defense. Did they block it?
It felt like you got blocked by the rim.
And Norman off the mark. Coach Phelps just not able to capitalize on these transition opportunities. Cooper Blair goes in. He's going to get hit.
4 shot opportunities by Phelps, Darryl. Both times down the floor, they forced it into 3 defenders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, Phelps, it's obvious, you're not finishing in transition. Do what the game plan is and come in, slow this down. You're getting opportunities. You're getting turnovers. Take advantage of them.
All right, slow it down, bring it back out, or at least wait for another offensive player to dive cut or cut to the rim.
The Vicky Maynard says it's beach themed. Josh Kane Atkins says he's guest speaking tomorrow. Phelps last time in the region was 2020. Yep, that's when I was talking about. That was Trey Francis and them's group. And Cooper Blair sinks that one, extends the lead to 7. And coach, this is a dangerous point in the game. These last 2 minutes, if you're Phelps, you cannot allow this lead to grow.
And the other thing is, Darryl, they were able to get Rose some minutes on the bench.
There's Weddington for 3, and off the mark, Fields.
Just threw it away.
Yeah. And like I said, this is a lot like the Belfry game, coach. Last night, you can tell this moment right now. It's going to take a second for them to get settled down. This is a big stage for these Phelps Hornets. They've never been on this.
Right. Recalibrate as you head into the second quarter.
Yep. Because, you got to think, Tyler Weddington, coach, he's been shooting 40+% from the three-point line. I can't remember the last time I've ever seen Tyler Weddington airball 2 shots in a quarter,
They're going to get Weddington with that personal. Sloan going to go to the line. As we mentioned, Austin Sloan as good as anybody at getting to the free throw line. And I'm talking about anybody in the D&D Sports era.
I agree. And it's just his style of play. He's like a boy in China shop.
Yes.
Stephanie Tackett says, thanks for the game. It's a nice distraction nice distraction here in Iran. Are you in Iran, Stephanie? There you go, Sloan sinks that one.
2-2-1 applied.
Swings it back around. Sikorian in the game now.
Got to travel.
Yep. Yeah, this is Phelps. This is a dangerous point right here. Watching from Van Leer, Kentucky, Rita Collins says, "Thank you for the broadcasting you do. You guys are the best." Here's McKenzie. We'll slow it down, Coach. A minute to play here in this first quarter. Pull up. No good. Kyle Rose gets the rebound.
Going to go to the line and shoot two. And that might be a good foul, right? Rose, if there's a area of his game that he's got to involve in, it's that free throw line there.
That's it, down on the block. Yep. Lacey Witt says, "I love it. Don't see this much anymore." Talking about the headbands, Coach.
We'll have to find out where that came from, the idea.
Yeah, I can't remember if any of them. Kyle Rose may have wore it all season. I'm not for sure.
They started opening around on the district and have worn them ever since.
Yeah.
I'd say somebody I know would know is the big Johnson Central fan beside of you.
I've asked him. I can't get it out of him.
We'll try to dig into that.
Kyle Rose, the fans go crazy. He knocks, look at him. Kyle Rose says, "Come on now." He said, "Give me some love for knocking those two down."
Yeah, that's what you, listen, Kyle Rose is going to bring energy. I promise you that. There's Canes. Canes gets it up. Sikorian had it knocked away.
And I know it's 21-10, but this tempo does favor Phelps in terms of just the pace. More of a walk-it-up type game right now.
Yeah, if you're Phelps here, Coach, I mean, I'm probably holding this to the – there, need a timeout.
Nice. McKenzie getting on the deck for
yeah,
that
McKenzie got the timeout.
Yes.
So we'll stay here during this one. Let's thank our sponsors real quick. I want to thank Larry Frisbee for Commissioner, District 1. The Mine, located right across from the Appalachian Wireless Arena. Jason Fields for Jailer. Crum Funeral Home. Hurley's Jump Zone. Mitchell Ferris for U.S. Senate. Jessica Click, District 1 Commissioner in Johnson County. Mann Toyota, man, what a deal. Lucas & Sons Funeral Home, Gary C. Johnson Law, as well as our good friends at Clayton Homes, Tommy's Auto Sales, and Mountaineer Buildings. Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy, and Kevin Jones on the call with Coach May, Tommy Coppage, Blaine Keathley on the production, Coach, 21-10. And Phelps right now, I mean, I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but, you can tell this stage has got to him.
Got to him, and also you talked about it earlier in the year. I don't know if they faced a team 1 through 5 like this.
No, I mean, when you look at their schedule, that's what you worried about it getting to this point to where their schedule would catch up with them, Coach, where I think they've only got 3 or 4 teams that's got winning records on their schedule, wins on them. And, but I can tell you, it don't matter who they're playing. They've been playing tremendous basketball down the stretch.
And they play as hard as anybody in the region.
They do. They're one of the funnest teams to watch when they're clicking. Right now, Johnson Central giving them fits. Eco, top of the key three, no good. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Johnson Central 21, Phelps 10. We'll be right back. If you're looking for an award-winning tire shop that focuses on customer service that's family-owned and family-operated, stop by and see our friends Jeremy and Chasta at Punk's Tires. If you have a hectic work schedule and you're looking for a non-stressful, convenient way to buy tires, take advantage of Punk's Tires Appointment Saturdays. If they don't have the tire you're looking for, they guarantee it to have it the next day. Punk's Tires can take care of all your needs in tires, wheels, wheel alignments, brakes, rotors, minor mechanic work, and more. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. Come see us in Virgie, Kentucky, or give us a call at 606-639-TIRE. That's 606-639-TIRE.
Craving a taste of Central America? Head to Sal's Steakhouse. Sizzle your senses with mouthwatering steaks, juicy burgers, savory chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Sal's Steakhouse, where your taste buds will thank you. Unleash the flavor at Sal's. Taste tradition, taste the difference.
And we're back here as you see the Matt Hager fan cam bringing a spotlight to all the fans here at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. Coach coming out in this second quarter, brought to you courtesy of Crum Funeral Home. Johnson Central with a commanding 13-point lead here, 14-point lead over the Phelps Hornets. Here comes Weddington back the other way. Weddington, that's a shot. It's off the mark, though.
Sloan with his 4th rebound.
Sloan with the showing off that arm. He is the QB1 at Johnson Central.
Watch out. Watch out.
Sloan.
Got it.
Yeah, got the row. Now
Sloan now with 9 points, 4 rebounds.
Norman
5 rebounds.
Gets it to Weddington. Weddington back out. Fields. He's off the mark. Johnson Central gets the rebound. McKenzie kicks it ahead. Shepard, count it.
Get a timeout, Coach Lane.
He's got a timeout, and right now Johnson Central, everything going right for the Golden Eagles, Coach.
Everything going right. And those outlet passes on the money.
They're, and that's where Austin Sloan's so dangerous. I mean, the kid, he's just such an exceptional athlete. He can do a little bit of everything.
He does, and even more so this year than ever.
Yeah, again, guys, want to thank Commander Blackburn Muncie, Magistrate, District 1, Brian Morris for Judge Executive, Rodney Scott for Sheriff, Mountaineer Buildings, Punk's Tires, Hilton Homes of Ivor, Willie Crace for State Representative, S&K Asphalt Service. Call Anthony Hampton today for a free quote. Pikeville Medical Center now has a new after-hours clinic. Hit them up at the Southside Mall. They're taking your health care serious. Go support them. They got a specialty clinic as well in South Williamson. And Food Fair. Coach, as we look, Gage Ashley says he's the best, JC has the best player on the floor. Mark Maynard tuning in. We got Keisha Clevenger says, come on, Johnson Central. Once an Eagle, always an Eagle. And Barbara Gibson says, D&D's the best. Thanks for the broadcast. Coming out, Coach, on the Craig Damon Furniture scoreboard, it's a 29-10 lead right now, and Phelps needs a bucket in a bad way.
Sloan with another rebound.
They've been stuck on that 10 number for a while.
Watch out. Wow. A lot of contact.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
call
a lot
there.
of contact there.
This may be the best rebounding job I've seen Sloan do all year. I'm talking about early on. He already has 6 rebounds.
Wow. Yeah, so they'll kick it out to Shepard. Shepard kicks it out to Cooper Blair. Cooper Blair wide open off the mark. Kyle Rose with the rebound. And listen, Kyle Rose using that size right now, Coach, rebounding over the state's leading rebounder. You guys that don't know, Tyler Weddington is the #1 rebounder in the state of Kentucky. He finished last season as well. And Weddington 16.6 rebounds right now on the season. Coming back, Fields gets it over to Weddington. Weddington.
Nice
back out.
move.
Yeah, spin move Fields. Nice floater. Here comes Sloan. Shepard has it on the wing. Back out to Sloan. Cooper Blair. Get it to McKenzie. Back over to Shepard. Swings it. Cooper Blair gets it to Kyle Rose. And
That's 2. That's going to be 2 on Weddington.
Yep. And I don't mind that philosophy, the hack-a-shack against Rose, but Weddington can't be the one doing it.
No. They gave that to Phelps.
Oh, wow. Well, they done them a favor there.
They did. That was
It was definitely on Weddington.
Rose looking for 3 in a row on free throws. He didn't get it.
Yeah, he struggles at the free throw line at times. You got his
21% from the free throw line.
That's why he celebrates when he makes them.
That's right.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, he's hit 3.
3 or 4.
Yeah, I'm a big Kyle Rose fan.
Big time fan.
Yeah. Cross court, gets it over to Sikorian. Sikorian gets it to Canes. Nice job. Now, 32-14 is the score. Hand it off. Cooper Blair over to McKenzie, or Shepard. Shepard gets it to Rose, back to Sloan. Sloan will pull it.
Got it.
That's a shot, Coach. I mean, just you go from the basket all the way out to the three-point line, that painted area out to the three-point line. I mean, that's Austin Sloan's area.
Absolutely.
Push him out of that area. There's Weddington. Nice take by Weddington. Couldn't get the row there. And again, another offensive rebound. Austin Sloan, tough shot. He was buried deep under the basket.
Sloan now with 7 rebounds.
Fields loses it. See coming back, Cooper Blair loses it. Yep, Weddington, he'll get it out to Norman. Norman with the rebound. They got lucky there, Coach. Norman, he had a wide open lane to layup and elected to take a transition three. I mean, I don't mind it in a way because you need something to spark you, but right now I'm taking the guaranteed points. The TJ
Daniels checking in, Darryl.
Yep. Yeah, Jaden Daniels, he's kind of the unsung Golden Eagle. They'll come in. There's Sloan. Tough take.
Shoot 2.
Yeah. Telling you, he's got, it's clear. I know a lot of people talk about, Austin, he plays multiple sports, splits his time, but he has got so much better at, different areas of his game since last year, particularly the outside shot. He's shooting it a lot better than he has throughout his career.
Misses a free throw on that one. He's 4 for 5.
TJ McCoy, an avid Phelps Hornet fan, says, I believe Phelps is seeing ghosts. They look confused. Now there, get it back over. That's Braden Wilson. He's the late transfer, transferred about 3/4 way through the season from Eastridge.
Nice take.
Yeah, good take by Ethan Wolford. Send it back around. Shot up by Shepard, and he buries it. That's a layup to him.
He's a flamethrower.
He is. Sirkorian gets it up the floor, and Wolford calls the timeout. They're going to give it to him?
They gave it to him.
Yep. So they'll take the timeout. They call 4 or 30. They call it a 30, so we'll stay here. No, full. They switched it to a full, so they'll take a break. We will too. We'll be right back.
Willie Crace is proud to support all area teams this season and our student athletes in Floyd and Pike counties. Vote Willie Crace for state representative, a voice we can count on for the mountains.
It's going down. Meet me in the. Meet me in the. Meet me in the. It's going down.
Guys, it's going down at 23 Camper Sales. Don't delay your dreams any longer. Come to 23 Camper Sales, where your dream camper is waiting.
And we're back here. You see the Phelps Hornets, Coach, down 41-18 to the Johnson Central Golden Eagles on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard.
I think that even though it was an inadvertent timeout or a timeout to save a lost possession, that was a good timeout.
Yeah.
Needed that one.
We are sitting here right now, Coach, 3:50 to go in this one, 41-18, a commanding Johnson Central lead. If you're Phelps, you got it. It's just like chopping a tree, a little bit at a time. You can't get it all back at once, but go into halftime, try to get this cut to 15 or so, and then come back out and fight again.
And you see what Tommy's doing. And this is the time, if you're Phelps, to make a run. He's going deeper and deeper into his bench. Not that, listen, there's talent doesn't drop off, but experience does.
Well, they definitely drops off, and This is a tough showing right now for the Hornets, but, you know, Ethan Fields, he's the one that's got to get this team going. He's out right now.
2 personal fouls.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to be tough without him on the floor. I can tell you that. Because he's the one player, Coach, that's continued to be aggressive.
Socorum, he's another one now, plays with a ton of energy.
Gets it over to Weddington. Weddington gets over Sokorian. Sokorian back to Weddington. Weddington buries the 3. And cuts it to 20. And you just got to build off that. Keep shaving into this lead. There's Austin Sloan.
Sitting up in a 3-2 zone right now.
Yeah. Swings it back around the horn. Nice dump down. Kyle Rose with the finish.
Rose with 7 points.
Now, Coach, if I'm Phelps, every time Kyle Rose, there's Wilson. He's off the mark.
Sloan's 8th rebound.
If I'm Phelps, every time Kyle Weddington gets the ball and he's 5 foot in, I'm fouling him. There's Shepard. I mean, told you that didn't even touch. I don't think any of his threes have touched rim.
And the release, Darryl, like you said, just so quick. I got away with the travel.
And nice job by Rose affecting that shot. They'll get it up the floor. Sokorian with the steal. Here comes Sokorian. Sokorian gets to the middle, kicks it over. Shot up and good by Braden Wilson. Phelps with back-to-back threes here.
Sloan with 9 rebounds.
That's incredible.
Yes.
First half rebounds.
Yes.
See him out top. Swings it over. There's Eco. Eco with the fadeaway. No good. Kyle Rose with the rebound.
Wow.
Shepard again. Another three-pointer for Braden Shepard.
4 threes for Shepard.
Make no mistake about it, guys. He is the purest shooter in the 15th region. I promise you that. Outside shooter. The
McKenzie going to check back in. 25-point lead here.
Yeah, this is tough. And then, you know, on the other end, you're giving Johnson Central, I mean, I would say right now, Johnson Central's probably got 6, 7 offensive rebounds. With Weddington off the mark. Here comes McKenzie. McKenzie gets it to Shepard. He's off the mark. Rare miss for him tonight. Weddington gets the rebound. Weddington kicks it ahead.
Nice dump off.
Yeah. Good pass by Woolford. Hits Reese Norman for the bucket. Here comes McKenzie back the other way. McKenzie swings it over to the wing. To Shepard wide open. Coach, nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, hey, maybe leave him wide open.
Make me second guess it, right?
Yeah. There goes Norman. Norman goes up, tough shot. Kyle Rose, Coach, whether he gets a hand on it or not, he's affecting shots right now.
Yes, he is.
There goes Sloan. Nice job.
And that's going to be 2 on
Weddington.
That's going to be 2 on Weddington.
Whew. And if I'm Phelps right now, I'm going to attack Kyle Rose because this team, he's obviously a game changer right now.
Absolutely.
I'm going to try to get him off the floor, get him in foul trouble, but he's going to take a break anyway. You're going to see Andrew Collins come in the game. Lucas Gayhart said don't count these Phelps teams out yet. Lucas Gayhart won a state title in track and field.
Congratulations.
This weekend for the Pikeville Panthers. Brandon Muncie says elect Amanda Blackburn-Muncie. Absolutely, Brandon. Amanda Blackburn-Muncie's who we're voting for. There's Weddington. Shepard kicks it up the floor to McKenzie. Here comes McKenzie. McKenzie will survey what he has. He'll get it out to Sloan.
McKenzie wanted it back. He was in rhythm.
That's the thing that's scary right now, Coach, is Mason McKenzie has a ton to give you too.
Yeah.
And they've not even had to go to that well yet.
And he's got to rest. He's got some good minutes resting for second half.
Yeah, well, you're going to see right now Sloan
You know what he's going to do, right?
Yeah, full head of steam. He's going to get downhill.
Get downhill. It ain't there. He's kicking.
There he is, taking the high screen. Spins middle, other side of the rim, no good. Weddington with the rebound. And 51-26, a large lead right now for Johnson Central as they head into the locker room. As we'll talk to Tommy McKenzie here in just a second, as Blaine Keathley grab him before they head into the locker room.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for your halftime entertainment.
Now, Coach, this is one of them 51-26. I mean, if you're Phelps, you got a lot to fix at the break if you're Matt Lane.
You do, and JC's been able to go deep on their bench.
There we go. The Blaine's going to talk to Coach
Coach,
McKenzie.
I know came out a little you're getting started. It seemed like you guys really went on your run when you started to up the pace and really get out and run in transition. Tell me, was that something you talked about in the huddle, or is that this kind of that happened?
No, that's just the way we play, and that's get into postseason, it's more about who you are and less about what the other team is and what they like to do. So if you allow the other team to play the way they practice, they're hard to beat. We just want to get up and they're a good team. We know defensively we're going to be able to score some points and do some things. We just got to play the way we play.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck. Back to you guys.
Here you go, Coach. Dance team out here.
Here we go.
There you go. A little walk it out. Flashes back to the early 2000s.
It does.
Oh.
Darryl, this is us at the mine.
This is what me and you both had neon shirts on. I mean, catch us at the mine every Friday, Saturday night. Oh, nice continuity there. There you go. I like it. Like the energy, especially the back middle coach right now bringing all the fire.
They're bringing it.
Oh, switch up here.
A semi-spinneroonie.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot, Coach.
No.
What is that, 180?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Telling you right now, these Johnson Central, you can tell they take their right there, Coach. Nobody else is doing that.
No.
I don't know what it's called. It's I guess a semi cartwheel.
Oh well. I'm telling you, they're going to give these Prestonsburg Lady Dance Cats a run for their money.
Yeah, listen, they're coming. Johnson Central dance team is coming for you, Black Cats.
Hype me up.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show.
Welcome everybody back here to Appalachian Wireless Arena. This is the Pikeville Medical Center halftime show. Johnson Central up on Phelps, 51-26, Coach.
Man, oh man, and Johnson Central's done it in a variety of ways. It's not just been in one area. It's been the half court. It's been defensively. It's been pushing tempo, and it's been knocking down three balls, Kevin Jones. So they've had a complete game here. And Phelps, I think right now, that first half doesn't mean they won't come out second half and kind of calm down, but I think playing a team like Johnson Central, they're seeing a faster tempo, more athleticism, and more length than what they've seen in quite some time.
Austin Sloan, double-double in the first half.
Yes.
17 points, 10 rebounds. Let's go over the scoring here for both teams. Like I said, Austin Sloan had 17 and 10. Braden Shepard, 16, Coach. And how many threes did he have? 4 there in the first half. McKenzie with 4 for Johnson Central. Cooper Blair with 5. And Kyle Rose, 7 big points there in the first half. And he's done a good job on Whitty.
Yeah, solid job.
Yeah.
As well as Ethan Cole.
Yeah, and Ethan Cole had 2 there in the first half. And going over on the Phelps side, Andrew Caines had 5. Ethan Fields, 6. Ethan Wolford, 2. Reese Norman, 2. Tyler Weddington, 8. And he had, let's see what his rebounds was here, Coach.
4 rebounds.
4. And Wilson had 3. And that rounds out the scoring for both teams,
Well,
Coach.
here's what I like Johnson Central, what they're doing. Johnson Central is 14 of 16 from the free throw line. They're on pace to get to the line 30-plus times because they're attacking downhill, and it's Phelps lacks size, and they don't move particularly well on the backside. So a lot of free throw line opportunities because of those attacks downhill. 14 of 16 is a really good number for any team, and you knock down 14 of 16, that's getting it done.
Coach, as we're going to see Blaine Keathley here try to grab a minute with Matt Lane as he heads back out of the locker room.
So, Coach, I know started out a little slow on both ends. It seemed like they started to make their run when they started to speed up the pace and transition. Tell me, what are you telling your guys at halftime about having to get back and stopping the fast break?
Oh, man, we got to do something. They opened it up, man. Back in time, they're back. Back. That's all they are doing.
You know, a lot of basketball left. We've seen comebacks in this building many times in this tournament. So what are you telling your guys at halftime to try to spark that comeback?
Just get back, keep playing hard, don't roll over. Don't roll over, don't give up. Just keep playing. You never know what happens.
Good luck the rest of the way, Coach. Thank you. Back to you guys.
All right, Coach. Coach, at halftime, I got to tell a story real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the other day, we talked about Irvin Steff, we talked about Cameron Justice, we talked about J.R. Van Hoos, all the 3,000-point guys. And I coming up here in the booth at halftime, I had a young man come, and he said, hey, I need to talk to you, my man. And we forgot all about that, but one of the most prolific scorers to ever come through the 15th region, Timmy Buckets, Timmy Dalton, and he's in the house, and he said, I need to be mentioned with them guys. 37.5 points, led the nation in scoring. So I did want to give a big shout out to Timmy Buckets.
Give me some love, Darryl McCoy.
There
right?
you go. But Coach, coming in real quick. Well, we're going to let Kevin Jones here go over who's responsible, and then we're going to get Coach Keathley's advice on how Phelps can fix this problem.
Amanda Blackburn-Muncie for Magistrate District 1, Brian Morris for Judge Executive, Rodney Scott for Sheriff, Mountaineer Buildings, Funk's Tire, Hilton Homes of Iowa, Willie Case, Republican State Representative, S&K Asphalt, Pikeville Medical Center, Food Fair, Matt Hager Law, Clayton Homes, George Swain of State Farm, South Steakhouse, Pro Cleaners, Hurley's Jump Zone from Funeral Home, elect Jason Fields for Jailer, Pike County, elect Nick Markham for Jailer in Martin County, Butcher's Towing, Warfield Market, Tommy's Auto Sales, 23 Camper Sales, Mitchell Ferris U.S. Center, Man Toyota, man, what a deal. Lucas and Sons Funeral Home, Gary C. Johnson Law, Larry Frisbee for District 1. The Mine, Coach. That's where we're going after the game, right?
Yeah, me and you, we've had several outings at the Mine.
Yeah. Black Diamond Excavation Crew, Forest Service Center, and Jessica. Hold on a second here. I'll make sure I get her. I can't read Darryl's writing too good, Coach. It's Jessica Click, District 1 Commissioner, and Larry Frisbee for District 1 Commissioner. So we've got both of them on here, right?
Listen, Kevin Jones, we've got a ton of community partners that's jumped on board and said we want to help you bring the most exciting, most competitive regional tournament in the state of Kentucky, the 15th region. And listen, it's delivered so far. And the D&D Sports Network, thanks to our community partners and thanks to our fans, have led every single night thus far against our competitors, and we're thankful for that. We're about 3 minutes before the start of the third quarter, and for Phelps, Coach Lane talked about it. Play hard, play tough, play together. The one thing I would say, Kevin Jones, and you would say, Coach Keathley, you're crazy. You're down 25. But 4 guys, Kevin Jones, has 2 or more fouls for Phelps. You cannot continue to play man-to-man right now. So it's almost like pick your poison, but if I'm Phelps, you're going to have to say, you know what?
Beat me from the outside. Pack that zone.
Beat me from the outside. And if you do, you're already down 25. But you don't want to have 3 starters out to start the fourth quarter, because I'm telling you right now, JC's going to continue to attack, and they should. So if I'm Phelps, it's tough of a decision that might be for Coach Lane. You might have to pack that zone in the rest of the night and say, if you're going to beat us from deep. And they have, but maybe they have an off second half, Kevin Jones.
I agree, Coach. And like you, if I'm Matt Lane in the locker room right now, I'm saying, guys, new ball game 0-0. Let's just go out and play this second half like it's a brand new ball game, and let's see what happens.
Play with pride,
yeah.
Play possession by possession, and see where things are at the end. Play for your community. As we mentioned, Austin Sloan with 17 points, 10 rebounds. Braden Shepard with 16. Tyler Weddington with 8 points, 4 rebounds. And Ethan Fields, who got in a little foul trouble but played really well, 6 points early on.
Guys, we're going to we'll keep it right here. Just a minute to right back to action, Coach.
Well, listen, we're only about a minute away. And up next, folks, you're not going to want to go anywhere. Floyd Central, Pike Central, 2 of the very best veteran coaches in the business going at it.
Yeah, should be a good one, like what Darryl called them, the Silver Foxes.
Yes, the Silver Foxes. And that should be a good one, folks. Al Holland, somehow, some way, won 20 games this year. I don't think anybody pinned in Pike Central with 20 wins this year.
No.
So, listen, anything can happen in that second matchup tonight, and I guarantee you it's 2 of the best tacticians there is in the coaching business.
Absolutely.
Coach, I can't wait to get these games over this week so I can hit the mine full force.
Well,
see you guys.
How are you, brother? Good to see you, brother. Zay's playing well. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We're off and running. Ethan Fields. 3 fouls. Weddington going to shoot a 3 off the mark on that one. Sloan grabs his 11th rebound, and he's going to attack the break. Blair, he don't miss those.
No.
He don't miss those, Coach May. Man, oh, man. You're talking about multiple guys.
You seen, speaking of coming out, that was John Atkins, Matt's Mustangs coach, come up. Coach, asking us about the talent in the area.
Well, listen, if you want to ask anybody, ask D&D.
Yeah, the Braden Shepard's one of his guys, so he's here supporting them, and he's got 2 more that's supposed to be joining that you'll see throughout the tournament. There you see Mason McKenzie. Got it. 6 Coach, you talked about it at the end of the first half. You knew that, Johnson Central, they still got that Mason McKenzie well. He still had a lot to give, so expect a big second half from him.
Nice cut by Weddington.
Good job, Aaron. Coach, good job. Johnson Central just got a little lost on their spacing there.
They did.
Coming back, Mason McKenzie, high screen by Kyle Rose, looking for the pick and roll. McKenzie, Coach, he's feeling it.
Wow.
And that was from NBA range.
32-point lead.
Coach, I really think heading into next year, you can make a strong case he's the best point guard in the 15th region.
Off and running, going to get a dunk.
Yeah.
A little dunkaroo.
Watch out. And Tommy McKenzie, coach, is still coaching like he's down 20.
Well, you better, right?
There goes Wooford. Kyle Rose grabs the rebound. He'll push it ahead. Here comes McKenzie on the break. Nice pass. Kick out. In and out. Shepard off the mark. And, Coach, that right there, I mean, that's why I love Mason McKenzie's game, Coach. Not a selfish bone in his body. He had a layup there. First of all, I don't like that play.
You've always said that.
Shoot the layup,
Right.
But, he's the definition of a floor general. He's going to get his teammates involved. And I always say, you want to know how to describe a great point guard. Well, they're kind of like a chef, you set the table, make sure everybody else eats, and then you can eat the leftovers.
Right.
And that's what Mason McKenzie does.
He is the embodiment of his coach. No surprise, it's his father, right?
Absolutely. David Harris says, watching Johnson Central, my grandson, E. Cole. Said, go watch him from River, Alaska, Coach.
Well, listen, as we mentioned last night, east, west, north, south, they're tuning in.
I'm going to look here in a second, see how many states we got tuning in.
There's a heat check, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Here comes Andrew Canes with the rebound. He'll get it over to Weddington. Coach, don't forget, a lot of people forget, Canes and Weddington was teammates at Johns Creek. And there's Weddington. And Andrew Canes, here's another thing to remember about Andrew Canes is a triplet. For you guys that didn't know, he's part of triplets.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, and his brothers, I seen them over in the spirit section. Well, there he is right there with glasses sitting down. That's Josh Canes, Coach, and we all know we seen what he done last year in the JV tournament, and he's supposed to return to basketball next season. He's one of the better shooters in the region.
Yeah. Can flat out fill it up from deep.
Weddington's going to step to the line. Coach, right now, 41 states in this game has been represented in the comment section. 41. And that's not counting multiple different countries.
Wouldn't surprise me in the least. We're at all 50 before it's all said and done.
Weddington, 62-31. Sinks that one. The lead sets at 30 right now, Coach. 5:23 to go. Obviously, I mean, you've been all over the world. You've been in every professional league there is coaching. Right now, what are you telling your team to give them hope and, kind of mount a comeback?
Exactly what we talked about, Darryl. You nailed it earlier. You can't chop it all down at one time, just one possession.
There, Weddington off the mark. Well, and I tell you, what Phelps has got to do right now, Coach, they got to realize if they're going to mount a comeback, it starts on the defensive end.
Yes.
Cooper Blair nails the three.
Well, here's what I've noticed, Darryl, here in the second half. Phelps not showing that same urgency of trying to get back right now.
Yep, I agree. There's Wooford. Wooford gets it out to Weddington, and he buries it. Cooper Blair, for you guys that don't know, this young man has had a unbelievable month. Sue Cat Lester passed away, which is his aunt. Austin Sloan with the bucket, and then his grandmother passed away this week. So prayers definitely going out to the Blair family.
Absolutely.
We seen Clara not on the Pikeville game last night because of that. So definitely good to see him hit a few shots here.
Good to see. And Tommy called that timeout, Darryl. Interesting to see what he wanted to talk about in that scenario.
There's the Matt Hager fan cam, Coach, as you look, the Phelps Hornets faithful right now, and this place starting to fill up as we see the Phelps fans over there with their beach themed. And then go over here to Johnson Central, Coach. A theme that they go with all the time is the construction theme.
Yeah. Yeah. 3 more points.
So Perry Central, Coach, defeats Breathitt County 64-55 in the 14th region.
Moving on.
Perry upset Hazard in the district championship, right?
Did they?
Yeah, Perry won the district.
No, they're not in the same district.
Oh, I thought they was.
No, I did too. Originally, but if I'm not mistaken, Hazard's in Leslie's.
Perry did knock off Hazard in that district.
Championship game.
Well, was it in district?
It was in district. They're in the same district.
Yeah, I seen that. They upset Hazard in the championship game.
Well, that's tough, and Hazard, coach, they've been lackluster when it comes to tournament time, Breathitt knocked them out of the All-A, and, they got to get it together and win the big games,
Last year, kind of same thing, right?
Yeah, look at Austin Sloan, nice pass to Eco with the baseline jumper.
As this tournament moves along, and very smart to sit still by Sloan.
Yeah, here comes Sloan. Pull up, off the mark. Here comes Fields back the other way. Ethan Fields coaching. That's what you need, more of that. Kyle Rose doing a good job being strong with the rock there. Gets it out to Sloan. Sloan goes middle.
But what I was going to say, Darryl, as this tournament moves along, and I like what Sloan did there, he got Cole a look. You want Cole feeling good and hitting shots as this tournament moves along because you're going to need him.
I'm with you. You're going to need him as you move on.
Yes.
That's Johnson Central. Floyd Central, Pike Central up next. Both of them teams come in on fire right now. So that's one of them. You try to keep focus. Games like this sometimes can be a deterrent. Sometimes you can lose focus in wins like this.
Floyd Central reminds me, and I'm not comparing them in terms of mid-majors, but Miami of Ohio has hit like 3 or 4 game winners. They're now 30-0.
You are spot on.
Yes.
Definitely. They definitely don't remind me of Duke. As Kevin Jones here, a huge Duke fan.
Well, you can't remind you of Duke because Duke has been routing everybody by 30 here in the last 4 or 5 games.
That is true.
Coach Jeff Harvey says, in my opinion, just my opinion, D&D has the best coverage of all the 15th region tournament, hands down. So we appreciate that, Mr. Harvey.
And I agree.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. We talk about it all the time. Listen, there's other companies that do great jobs, but nobody knows the kids like we do, and nobody has the bonds we do, and nobody has the connections. With D&D, you get the family members and you get the college coaches and the AAU coaches. You've seen, Coach, we've had 2 AAU coaches, big-time programs, come up to the booth, talk to us about kids, and, that's the difference you get with D&D. Greg Francis says, watching from Phelps, need to mention a 4A school playing against a Class A does make a difference. In basketball in Kentucky, it does make a difference, but, Kentucky's the only one that has that format still, Coach,
right.
The Sweet 16 format in the nation.
Yeah, the only state.
In Kentucky, the thing that's so special about Kentucky is you get 1 champion.
Right.
You don't got 6, you don't got 4, you get 1.
Makes it special.
Yep. There, Eco gets it out to McKenzie. Coach, and listen, them states that go classifications, I'm not dead against that. I'm just saying if you do that, have all your champions play each other in another tournament afterwards.
I really like that, Darryl. I like that idea.
And then get who the best is. There's Eco, goes up, floater, sinks it.
That young man hasn't missed in about 2 months. And it's now running clock, Darryl.
I would love to see what his efficiency is, Coach, what he's shooting from the field since he's come to Johnson Central.
Really he's shooting, listen, efficiency rating, he has to be around that 70% plateau.
Yeah, he don't miss.
Yeah.
And the thing that's so dangerous with him, Coach, is his shot is unique because he's got such a high release.
He does.
Alley-oop. And finished by Braden Shepard. 2:26 to go here in this third quarter. Third quarter brought to you courtesy of Crum Funeral Home. Crum Funeral Home right now is doing their best in the funeral business. And Coach, the thing I like about Crum Funeral Home is they also got a daycare, a playroom there. So when you're grieving, parents don't have to worry about watching the kiddos because Crum Funeral Home's got a great play area for all the kids.
That'll be Tyler Weddington's third. Well, listen, they got a trampoline, right?
Do they?
No, well.
No, that. I've seen it. I've seen the playroom. That may be a new addition, but trampoline. Well, if anybody else has got trampolines, if they don't got one, they can call Hurley's Jump Zone.
Yes.
Located right here in Pikeville, Coach. They'll bring it to you, and they'll set it up in your yard. They'll set it up in your playroom. And Coach Keathley dropping breaking news. They don't just got trampolines. They may have a swimming pool in there.
Right.
Yeah, here comes Braden Wilson.
Make sure you call and ask before you show up.
They'll swing it over to Sikorian. Sikorian drives, kicks. Reese Norman thought about it. And they've done a good job of not letting Reese Norman go. He's had a very hot postseason. There's Weddington working on Kyle Rose. And tough shot there.
It is.
And coming back, there's Shepard. Shepard off the mark, and Eco with another bucket. Good job following up.
Touchdown, right?
Yep. So Austin Sloan definitely, I'd say he's used to throwing them, but he's not, Coach, because they very seldom throw the ball at Johnson Central. Yeah. There goes Weddington, got blocked by Rose. Second chance, and he'll go to the line. Yep.
It looks like McKenzie going to his bench.
Hornets Restaurant says D&D, best coverage in the mountains. Speaking of Hornets Restaurant, Coach, big shout out to one of our favorite fans, a good friend, Phil Collins.
Feels just like family.
Yeah, I guarantee you Phil's watching right now, and he's probably furious with what's going on.
Oh, you better believe it.
Now, Eco gets it over to Collins. Cole gets it up the court. McKenzie, nice. Yeah, good look. Found Daniels. Now, wonder if Daniel is kin to Cash Daniel. There you go. There's Canes off the mark. Free throw line jumper. Cole with another board. And McKenzie, 3/4 court shot. No good. Johnson Central 77. Phelps 40. We'll be right back here live from the Appalachian Wireless Arena.
When it comes to burying a loved one, you need to make sure that they're left in the right hands. That's why you need to call Crum Funeral Home, located in Inez, Kentucky. You can give them a call today at 606-298-0602, located on 498 Kentucky Route 3 North in Inez, Kentucky. Give them a call today, Crum Funeral Home.
With tax season coming up, make the smart decision with your money. Stop at Tommy's Auto Sales in Inez, Kentucky. Right now you can get cars, trucks, and SUVs at the best prices around. Tommy's Auto Sale is a proud supporter of the Martin County Cardinals and all Mountain athletes.
Back here live, Coach. Johnson Central on a heater, right?
They're carrying it over from that 57th District Championship where they absolutely did not miss.
Coach, you talking about community partners. We just had a community partner come up and say, hey, I seen these numbers you guys are getting. They said, I want in on it. So this fourth quarter is brought to you courtesy of Al's Garage in Minnie, Coach.
Yes.
There you go. Weddington comes down with a three-point bomb, exactly what the doctor ordered. Fields off the mark, kicks it up to Sloan. Sloan pull up, and that's a shot, Coach.
Man, he's nasty at the mid-range, isn't he?
Yeah, very, very good. That 15 and in.
Yeah, here comes Fields. Nice job by Ethan Fields with a little spinneroonie, Coach. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
They kick it up the floor. Nice job running the floor. Cooper Blair got lost in transition there and made them pay.
Got to get back if you're Phelps. Second half, not been a priority.
Fields, it's over to Weddington. Swings it back around. Here comes McKenzie.
Darryl.
Yep, there's
If you're
Blair.
Phelps, you got to get back.
And following the shot, Shepard kicks it out to Austin Sloan. In rhythm, 3 off the mark. Weddington with the board. Here comes the Hornets back the other way. Fields kicks it ahead. Wolford, he's going to stop, pop, and cannot drop. As Cooper Blair grabs the rebound back out to Shepard.
Another one, Darryl.
Yeah, Coach, I mean, if you're Phelps right now, you're just playing into their hands.
Well, the other thing is there's no attempt to get back.
Yeah. And Matt Lane not happy at all with what he's seeing from his team.
As a team, either you're going to compete to the very end, and not saying they're not, but they might be gassed because that's a different style that they're used to.
Oh, there's a full timeout. They'll take one. We will too. We'll be right back at the D&D Sports Network.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
Folks, if you're in the market for a storage building, garage, barn, or custom structure, there's only one name you need to know. Mountaineer Buildings, conveniently located right outside Chapmanville, West Virginia, with multiple locations across Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. They are the largest building company in the coal fields for a reason. They've got a huge inventory on lot, unbeatable deals, and waiting for you. Come see us at Mountaineer Buildings.
And we're back here, Coach, in this Al's Garage, fourth quarter of play. It's Phelps, 45, Johnson Central, 83 on the Craig Dameron Furniture scoreboard. Their shot up, no good. Kyle Rose kicks it out, and shot off the mark by Daniel. Here comes Braden Wilson. And, Coach, you know, here's the thing,
Great
Andrew
pass.
Collins, yeah, good look. Eco, nice job. Again, Coach, I'm pretty sure he's 100% from the field.
I mean, the kid don't miss.
But you know, when you sit here and look, there's Fields. You know, this Phelps team, you know, don't get discouraged, Phelps fans. They only lose one senior.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure. I don't think Wolford's a senior. I know Reese Norman's the only senior I think on the team. And there's Fields.
And I mentioned it before going to break. I think it's more of the tempo. I think they've gassed Phelps out there. They're not used to this up and down style of basketball.
You're spot on. You knew coming into this game, they're going to count it.
They counted that one.
Yeah, so we have a chance at old-fashioned three guys pizza and brew, three-point play opportunity by Mason McKenzie. But, you know, we talked about it. We knew, you know, I mean, coming in, we told you, you know, the Tommy's Auto Sales keys to the game was Phelps had to control pace.
Yes.
And, you know, they just wasn't able to do it, you know. And listen, no shame in that. I mean, you got, you know, what a lot of people consider the best coach in the 15th region over on that sideline. And, you know, no surprise that Johnson Central was able to have their way, Coach. You know, I mean, he's been in this moment many times before. And you could tell in the interview, you know, he wasn't rattled at all.
No.
McKenzie sinks that one.
It's a 40-point lead here. And outside of Cole, all starters are all off the floor for Johnson Central.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. These definitely just kids out there, kids doing great things, big things. Make sure you guys stay positive for them. And Weddington spins, fade away. Nice job by Weddington. Yeah, and Weddington, one thing I'll say about Weddington, he's one of the best at making tough shots. You know, like, you know, and he's got to, Coach, you know, I mean, because that's part of his game, you know. I mean, he's starting to handle the rock more, so, he's going to put himself in some tough situations at times, but he's another kid that, he just had an off night tonight, but this kid, I mean, you're talking about stud with a capital S. He is one. They'll lose it. Here comes back the other way, Cooper Blair. Blair with an easy bucket there.
Back to 40.
There's Cooper Blair right now. Am I right? He got 17?
Yeah, we'll add that up here.
Yeah, he's number 15, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's got 17 on the night.
17 points, you're right,
wow.
McCoy, and the scoreboard's right.
What a day by Cooper Blair, and it couldn't come at a better moment. He had just lost his grandmother. He lost his aunt earlier, about a month ago. I can tell you somewhere up there, up above, Sioux Cats jumping for joy, Coach.
Yes, absolutely. Let me see if Matt Lane gives some of these younger guys a chance to experience the exposed center floor.
There's a media timeout on the floor, so as they take a media timeout, we'll step out too. We'll be right back on the D&D Sports Network.
Pike County Sheriff Rodney Scott is proud of the record of his department. Every year-end audit has come back clean. And with financial stability, Sheriff Scott has added more certified deputies than ever before in Pike County, with new equipment, including guns, bulletproof vests, vehicles, and drug enforcement canines. With nearly 200 arrests on drug charges, crime will not be tolerated on Sheriff Rodney Scott's watch.
With your vote and support, we will continue to make Pike County the best place to live.
If you're needing seal coating, blacktop, line striping, recapping, or brand new pavement, S&K Asphalt has you covered. They take pride in their work, they're fully insured, and they make sure every job is done right the first time. Whether it's residential driveways or a commercial parking lot, don't trust just anybody. Trust the professionals at S&K Asphalt Service. Give Anthony Hampton a call today at 606-471-4297 for a free quote. That's 606-471-4297. S&K Asphalt Services, paving the way across eastern Kentucky.
Back here in the Owls garage, fourth quarter of play. It's Johnson Central 90. Phelps 52 on the Craig Damon Furniture scoreboard. Kevin Keathley, Kevin Jones, Darryl McCoy on the call with Kevin May, Tommy Coppage, and Blaine Keathley on the production. Coach, right now, Johnson Central on the verge of hitting a 100-point milestone, 10 points away with 3.5 to go.
Yeah, 100-point mark.
Yeah,
certainly in play.
Hitting the century mark here. They'll swing it around. Collins buries it. If they keep that up, they'll do it quickly. Fields drives, kicks. Canes leaves it down to Weddington. Weddington had it knocked away by Ethan Cole. Good defense, active hands. Gets Fields. Nice drive, yeah. Johnson Central coach kind of fell asleep on that one. They got Collins bringing the ball up the floor here for the Golden Eagles. Coach, I want to give a big shout out to Ethan Cole. He transferred late to the season from the rival Paintsville.
Right.
All right. When Cooper Blair couldn't play a couple games ago, this is, through word now. I mean, I take it this is a true story, but, they moved Eco into the starting lineup, and Eco went to Canes with the rebound. Tough shot. He went to Tommy McKenzie and told him, said, Coach McKenzie said, I appreciate you letting me start. He said, pick one of your guys to start.
Yeah.
He said, I'm late coming in here. He said, pick one of your guys to start. He said, I'm ready. I'm here for whatever you get, whatever playing time you give me, I'm here.
That's big time, right?
Yeah, just a class act kid. Nicole Mills said basketball works, it's disadvantage, but that's how it works in Kentucky. everybody has to play everybody. Whitey Little says JC doesn't lose anyone, going to be really tough next season as well. Yeah, Coach, you're going to have to see a LeBron James mentality, and in the 15th region, you see it a lot. Kids on the move. Somebody's going to have to, pick up a few pieces if you're going to knock off this powerhouse the next 2 years.
Yes, I agree. Certainly going to be at the top of the heap again next year.
Here comes Andrew Collins. Collins swings over to Daniels. Daniels pulls up, no good. Norman grabs it. Here comes Reese Norman on the break. Reese Norman pull up. He's off the mark. But the bright side of this, Coach, for Phelps is Reese Norman able to experience this big stage.
Yes.
A lot of seniors ain't able to do that, Coach, and I promise you it'll haunt you, through the rest of your career.
Got to get an opportunity. They got an opportunity to play here, right?
Yep, absolutely. Shot up, no good. Another offensive rebound, put back, no good. And Coach Johnson Central had 4 chances there, just not able to capitalize.
Don't think they'll break the 100 mark, Darryl, but what a performance.
There's Wolford, gets it into the big fella. Shot up, good! Big bucket, Coach, by Noah Staggs as the crowd erupts. They'll swing it in. I like to see the young players getting playing time and getting buckets, Coach.
I'm happy to see that those young men are on the floor.
And how about Staggs recognized the defense was playing them off him, and he just put it in turbo, went down and got the bucket.
Yeah, just attack.
Yeah. Yeah, we always say we like kids that get downhill.
Now the clock's running, Darryl. That should have been running the entire fourth quarter. They forgot the scores guy.
Didn't think of that, and I've not looked into the rules, Coach. Is that they're going to see another player come in, number 33 for Phelps, going to be Jordan Justice. But another coach, does that hold ground in the postseason?
Well, it has every year that we've been here. Yeah. It was yesterday as well. Here we go.
They're going to stop the clock on a timeout here. Let's real quick during this timeout, I want to thank Amanda Blackburn-Muncie for Magistrate District 1, Big Al's Garage, Force Service Center located outside Prestonsburg, Larry Frisbee for Commissioner District 1 in Johnson County, The Mine, Lucas & Sons Funeral Home, Gary C. Johnson Law, 23 camper sales. I want to thank Jessica Click, District 1 Commissioner in Johnson County, Nick Markham, Martin County Jailer, Butcher's Towing, Warfield Market, Tommy's Auto Sales, Crum Funeral Home, Matt Hager Law, Clayton Homes of Harold, George Swain at State Farm, Sal's Steakhouse. Coach, Sal's Steakhouse, I'll go ahead and say this, pound for pound, best restaurant in Pikeville, Kentucky.
Hospitality second to none.
Unbelievable, Coach. Listen, we've held shows there. We've had meetings. They work really good with us there at Sal's. I highly suggest at the legendary Windmill Restaurant up at Daniel Boone Hotel. Coming back the other way, Sicorian, they get the steal. Here comes the Hornets. Swings it back around. And off the mark. See coming back the other way. And, Coach, that's going to be it. Johnson Central going to get out of here with a very impressive 93-58 victory.
Wow. Any doubt who our double-quick player of the game is?
No. Double-quick player of the game, Coach. I'll let you go ahead and read it off.
Austin Sloan, what a night, specifically in that first half. Austin Sloan finishes with 23 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. My, oh my.
You're talking about stuffing the stat sheet. As we'll also have the coach, big shout out to Cooper Blair, 17 points on the night from that young man.
Weddington unofficially finishes with 23 points, 9 rebounds.
Here we go. We're going to have an interview. Blaine Keathley has the player of the game down here real quick.
we can get those guys closer.
Here. Let's just go to half court.
Yeah.
This is Blaine Keathley with D&D Sports Network. I'm here with Braden Shepard and Austin Sloan. So, guys, I know the game started a little slow, a little draggish, and then you guys started getting out in transition. That went to open shots. Tell me, just first off, what's it like to be in this arena, being able to, play in the expo here and being back at region?
Man, it's awesome. It feels good to be playing on this bigger floor. We're faster than everybody else. And once we pick up our defensive teams in this arena, then our shots start to fall when we move the ball.
Yeah, I love it, this bigger floor, man. Johnson Central, we love to get up and down, so we knew if we just hang around for a little bit, we get these boys up and down, we get them gone in a hurry.
So what I was telling Coach McKenzie, I remember this a few years ago watching you guys here as freshmen. That year things were kind of up and down, still learning how to play on the high school level, but then got here, upset a Pike Central team when you all were freshmen. Tell us, how much have you guys just grown and your bond's gotten strong over the last few years since then?
We played really well together as a team, and we started when we started Highland Elementary in like 2 months before the season even started, and we've all just grown together, and we played together ever since freshman year.
I think we've definitely got a lot more physical. Back then we was little kids, people could bully us around. Now people can't really bully us that much. A lot of fun.
Anybody you guys want to say hello to at home?
God bless and go Eagles. And we wasn't scared of Phelps either.
Good luck, guys. Back to you all.
All right, guys, great performance by them two young men as Austin Sloan, double quick player of the game. And Coach, we'll take and here on the Crum Funeral Home post-game show, we'll let you go over the stats here in just a second as you can go ahead, Coach. We know the player of the game. Who was?
Braden Shepard finished with 20. Cooper Blair with 17. Mason McKenzie with 11 points. Ethan Cole with 10. Kyle Rose with 7 points and 8 rebounds, but that doesn't do his overall performance justice. And 5 players in double figures for Johnson Central. For Phelps, unofficially, Tyler Weddington with 23 points, 9 rebounds. Ethan Fields with 13, and Andrew Keynes with 7 points. And Johnson Central marches on to the Final Four.
Kyle Rose, a great example. You ain't got to score the rock to have a huge impact, and he did.
He did, big time.
Guys, we'll step aside. We'll be right back in just a moment on the Gary C. Johnson pre